ask Willy Wallaby to join me and be the muse behind my genius. So, Willy Wallaby, entree! Willy Wallaby, entree!
What's up, mates? How are you guys doing today? Well, I'm Willy Wallaby, and I wish this was a worldwide walkabout. But today I'm in an opera, and I have to admit that I am quite nervous. Alright, never done this before? Well, we're going to see what happens. Is that alright?
Now, Mr. Wallaby, let me remind you that you will not be speaking today. Acting. Acting is the thing. You shall be acting.
Alright, consider this mouth shut from here on out.
Right. Shall we begin?
Are you saying you are not going to continue to sing? only when I'm doing back flips on top of a gator or frog flips on top of a snake. But I am not an acrobat for an opera. I'm out of here for somebody else. I love you guys there. But watch this walk on out the door.
Bye-bye.
Oh, how can I sing without my muse? How can I do that? Oh.
That day, why don't you get him to help you rewrite your opera? So he can see that God loves him, and he should respect him for the way God made him instead of feeling the opposite about his head.
All right. I can take constructive criticism. I shall burn this opera and cry in despair.